Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather for 10 to 14 days for today's second video. Day 10 will take us to 1st of December, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles, maybe around a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at CFS V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks, gets us into the second half of December now. And I shall get on back for you in a moment to say that Thursday video today was our 6 AM UK weather forecast. No European outlook day. I'm so sorry about that. I did say on the live last night that we'd have the detailed European outlook. However, I think we're going to have to do snow watch this evening. So, I mean, it's just such a crazy time at the moment. So, if it's all right for everyone, we'll put the European outlook on the back burner this week, and in its place, we're going to do snow watch tonight because there is the risk of some, well, it's going to be more snow showers like over the next 24 hours or so, and then the risk of disruptive snow as the cold spell comes to an end on Saturday. More about that in a moment. But before I do anything else, just want to give a shout out to our charity fundraiser and also to Rainbows. So this is the website for Rainbows Hospice, providing vital care for babies, children and young people with life-limiting and terminal conditions. They do an absolutely awesome job in looking after the children and their families as well at a very, very difficult time. I went and visited Rainbows last year and saw their incredible facility. You know, so many services provided by Rainbows. So their facility is absolutely amazing. And so we're doing a fundraiser for them. This is their website, so if you want to know more about Rainbows, then check out their website, and the link is in the description. We are doing a fundraiser for Rainbows. This is our Just Giving page. We're at £179 so far with 9 donations. It's myself and Richard's charity fundraiser for Rainbows Hospice for Children and Young People. So if we come on down, we're giving away this amazing, lovely Christmas jumper, Father Sifmas. It's a Star Wars jumper, and it's in small size. There's a story behind this. I won't go into it now, but basically it was meant for me, and it came in the wrong size. So we thought rather than send it back, we'll do a giveaway with it. So we're asking for £5 minimum donations to our Just Giving page, and that will get you placed onto the name picker. On Sunday's live stream, we're going to pick out a winner for the jumper there. Thank you so much to all of you for all of your amazing donations. I had some incredible donations for this, for Rainbows. So thank you so much to each and every one of you. It's a bit of fun, and it's raising money, for an amazing cause. So if you could, give us a little donation, even if a jumper doesn't fit you, it might work as a present for somebody else. maybe if you got children or something might work for that. But, the main thing is to raise a little bit of money for Rainbow. So if you could give us a donation, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. Links to both Rainbows and the Just Giving page in the description with the video. Right, let's start off then. And developments from the UK Met. Here we go. Telling us that hashtag Storm Bert has been named. If you wanted to come up with a least menacing name, I think a Bert would probably be it. But anyway, it's up to the Met, isn't it? No, hashtag Storm Bert has been named and is forecast to bring heavy rain, strong winds and disruptive snow, hence snow watch later, parts of the UK through the weekend. Hashtag weather aware with a warning sign. Let's have a look then. So we've got a nice little animation with this. Let's play it. Play it, Gav. Here we go. There's Bert coming in, developing in the Atlantic on Friday. And there's all the precipitation and strong winds with Bert as well. Saturday sweeps across the country. Lots of heavy rain in the south. Snow up in the north. Looks like it's going to be a wild weekend. heavy snows for a time. Oh, blimey, it's kicked over. I had to do that again, but I noticed heavy snows for a time. I don't know what the other points of interest were. I had to pause this, won't I expect when those points of interest come up. Hang on, here we go. Heavy snow for time. Wind gusts 40 to 60 miles per hour. Locally 60 to 70 miles an hour. That's getting into severe gale force, I think. And heavy rain, especially in the west. It looks like it's going to be a wild weekend. So we shall see what happens, and we're going to be updating Stowwatch for you later on today. Well, this evening. Right, central temperature is now down to 7.8, coming down quickly. That's just 1.4 degrees above 61 to 1990 average. Hold on again, everybody. That's better. That is provisional. So, sorry, everyone. That is provisional to the 20th of November. So, I reckon that could get into the 60s maybe before this cold spell is over. When that updates for Saturday, I would imagine that will it'll be touch and go, but it'll probably be quite close to the 60s, I think. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles next couple of weeks. We're at Reigate today, suggested location for this part of the video. So red line is the 30-year upper air temperature actual Reigate. We're starting off below average with the upper air temperatures at the moment, but they are going to be lifting up, actually, to go into the weekend. So, obviously, that brings to an end cold spell, and that's a warm sector associated with Bertie. Well, beyond that, we'll see the upper air temperatures coming back down again, close to average through the middle of next week, and then sort of hovering above average through the last days or so of November and into the first week of December. You'll notice the thick green line, which is the GFS 6Z operational run. That is a mild outlier. Well, not necessarily an outlier, but it's one of the mildest ensemble members within the pack. However, the white line chief ensemble is also lifting up above average. So it looks as though we're going to be turning things milder into the start of December. But there may be a pathway back to cold weather through the first week of December. More about that in a moment. Precipitation-wise, it could be a lot of dry weather for the next day or so, although still with some wintry showers in places. But over the weekend, turning wet and windy, obviously. And then beyond that, looking rather showery as we go through into the first week of December there. Temperature anomalies from the 21st, 29th December, a little bit above average for south, a little bit below average for the north, not a particularly big deviation. And precipitation anomalies from the 21st, 29th of December, most areas looking wetter than normal. Latest wind from map from Earth, nullschool.net showed that it had a near miss for a big snow event today. This area of low pressure down across northern France. It might have been, I don't know, 300-400 miles further north, then would have brought a significant snow event much of England West. As it is, we did get a little bit of snow, though, in the far south and southwest. So, Snowwatch Live from last night, just went over that, worked out quite well. Congratulations to those of you in the far south and southwest that got some snow. Dragging the map down, we can see that the air is originating from a very cold source at the moment. The air's actually coming from, like, here, kind of Svalbard, that sort of area, and plunging down on, like, a northeast, well, it's a northerly, but it's like a northeasterly origin air mass. So, we really are tapping into some very, very cold air at the moment, and that's the reason why it feels pretty chilly. You need to wrap up if you've not been out yet today. Right, well, let's start going through the chart data then. Miss our latest UK Met Euro run is looking big night on sunny, and there is Bert. That's Storm Bert out to West UK and Ireland, so bring wet, windy weather, heavy rain, but also very mild temperatures. We could be seeing a temperature at midnight on Saturday to Sunday in the mid-teens Celsius, could you believe? Absolutely crazy temperature change. The air's originating from down here at that point. So we're not originating the air from Svalbard, we're originating the air from the Canary Islands. So it's certainly going to be turning a lot milder through the course of the weekend, but also a lot wetter and windier as well. Like I say, there will be significant snow for some of us involved in that transition. We get through into Monday, we bring the wind round to perhaps a fresher westerly. The trend through next week is to take that low pressure which was Storm Bert, away in towards Denmark and raise the heights in the Atlantic. So by the time we get through to the end of the UK Met Euro run, which is the midnight on Thursday, high pressure's out to the west. We're bringing the wind in from a cooler or a colder north or northeast direction. So the warm-up doesn't last all that long. We're actually back to quite a cold feel, I think, by the time we get through to the middle and latter stages of next week. Possibly even bring some wintry showers back into the southeastern corner there. So the UK Met looks. What about Icon? Again, very wet, windy out in the Atlantic on Sunday. Well, Saturday, Sunday. And then into next week, that low pressure transfers to the east. Heights rise out to the west. We turn drier, but also potentially colder as well. Under this area of high pressure, I think, through the middle part of next week, will be generating frost and fog. Low pressure trying to get in from the Atlantic again there by around Thursday. We see how the KMA is looking. All much of muchness for Sunday, very wild, stormy weekend. Low pressure getting out of the way through the middle part of next week. Then pressure building out to the west, turning drier and colder again through the middle and last stages of next week. Notice we're renewing the northerly here with the KMA. Goodness gracious me. So this is one pathway back to colder weather for the beginning of December. We actually build up another mid-Atlantic ridge, start sending it up towards Greenland, low pressure Scandinavia, and winds going back into the north again. So we actually start December back in northerly or northeast winds with cold overnight temperatures and more snow there with the KMA. It's a turn up for the books, isn't it? We'll see. You know, that's one possible pathway back to cold in the first week of December. GFS midnight run again, looking well wet and windy midnight on Sunday. And those unsettled conditions carry on into the early part of next week. Later next week, start to shift below pressure way to the east, raise heights towards Greenland, bring the wind back round to a colder northerly. Then we're at a ridge of high pressure producing frost and fog around the middle part of the week. However, the GFS then starts to pull up a mild southwesterly wind. So as we go to day 10, which of course is the 1st of December, looking pretty mild here with winds coming from a west-southwesterly direction and outbreaks of rain to the north and west. So definitely no renewed northerly with the GFS midnight run, just looking Atlantic driven for lots of pancake, high pressure, south low pressure to the north with further outbreaks of rain coming in from off the Atlantic at times. A proper old westerly flow there by the end of the GFS midnight run, the flow all the way from Canada right way into the heart of Russia. So proper long fetch westerly. No cold weather there for the first week of December. GFS 6 there, looking wet, windy on midnight on Sunday. And then that low pressure moves away to the eastern middle part of the week, turning a bit drier and colder, but not for long. We're soon pulling up those southwesterly winds again. Southerly southwesterlies then taking us to the beginning of December. Notice 6 there does keep heights relatively high towards Greenland, Iceland, but we remain light on the mild side of the ridge on the continent, which brings up that southwesterly. And we keep it mild with GFS 6 right way to the very end of it with southwesterly winds, bouts of rain. But at least it will be mild. Well, if you enjoyed the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much, everyone, for doing that. Why not drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids, get them to subscribe to. And we thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. We need to put on, I think we need to put on around 80 subscribers to get ourselves to 19.2k. So if you could give us a sub, that'd be absolutely awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, GM again with low pressure out in the Atlantic, drawing up that southwesterly wind for Sunday into the weekend. Low pressure staying with us, but then the low pressure next week, I should say. Low pressure stays with us, and then moves out into the North Sea. Heights rising in the North Atlantic there through the middle part of the week, so becoming drier and colder through the middle part of the week with high pressure in the North Atlantic and winds coming in from the north or northeasterly direction. We go back to milder, wetter weather with low pressure heading in from the Atlantic, though, around days 8, 9, 10. Although heights remain relatively high towards Greenland and Iceland. And then the ECM rounding it all off with deep low pressure Storm Bert in the Atlantic midnight on Sunday, quite stormy. Into next week, that low pressure gradually cleared away to the east by the middle of the week. High pressure building out to west, becoming drier and colder through the middle part of next week. And then this is another possible pathway back to colder weather into December. So what the ECM does, starts to build high pressure over into the northeast of the country and actually develops almost a Scandinavian high. Just got to go a little bit further north to be proper Scandinavian high, but it is closer to Scandinavia to be bringing in an easterly flow by daytime, which of course is the 1st of December. And upper air temps look quite cold just to our east. So that's another potential route to keeping it cold or bringing the cold back. High pressure building through next week, which is a cold ridge as it starts off. And then takes a high pressure close to Scandinavia and brings the wind around to the east. So the KMA and the ECM with two possible pathways to keeping it cold into December. The other models, though, looking like they're probably going to turn things milder. Well, we've got the GFS. The other models actually, Icon and UK Met, they don't extend out far enough. The GM and the GFS, they are turning things milder, though, by the start of December. Right, this is a precipitation forecast based on the ECM run from Tibet.com. Rain, sleet, and snow clearing away from south and southwest this afternoon. Further snow showers around the coast. We may bring some snow showers inland through into the Midlands overnight tonight. So those of you in the Midlands haven't had too much snow from this. You might get a bit of a dusting when you wake up in the morning. Lots of snow showers in the north and west of Wales, adding to northwest England, Northern Ireland, Northern Scotland, usual sort of places when we're in a northerly flow. Tomorrow we build up a ridge, so we're going to kill off most of the snow shower. That ridge, of course, is ahead of Storm Bert. And in comes Bert here on Saturday. Very wet in the south, lots of heavy snow in central and northern regions. It will turn quickly back to rain, but could give, significant snowfalls and maybe blizzards over high ground. Hence, we've got to update Snow Watch later. But by Sunday, it's all rain piling in from the Atlantic on those mild southwesterly winds. We're back in something a little bit colder, some wintry showers in the north by the middle of next week. And then, of course, the trend is to drier weather as high pressure takes over. These are the options on the table. Then the ECM ensembles today for day 10 from the Icelandic Met Office gets us to the 1st of December. 27 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure to the north and the northeast, and we bring the wind in for a cold easterly direction with that, and it does include the control and the operational run. And then 24 with high pressure centred towards Greenland, but sort of sending a ridge through the west of Europe with low pressure cut-off low down here. Looking quite anticyclonic with all options today, day 10, 1st of December. It just is a case of where that high pressure is sitting. And then in 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. Goodness gracious me, lots of them. This gets us to the 6th of December. 11 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure over to the southwest coast, mostly dry, but probably quite mild winds coming in from southwest. We've got 10 with deep low pressure in the Atlantic and a strong westerly flow, so obviously that's going to be very unsettled but mild. We've got 9 with high pressure to the west and the northwest, and so that's drier but possibly still quite cold. Around the high pressure bring wind in from the northeast. We've got 8 with high pressure ridging through the west of Europe, a lot of dry but quite cold weather with that. Another 8 with low pressure to the northeast, high pressure around Greenland, so that could be quite cold with winds in from the northeast, but down the south could be milder with like westerly flow. And then we've got 5 with high pressure from Scandinavia over to Greenland and low pressure coming in underneath it. That could be making cold air and producing something wintry. It would depend on the parameters within the atmosphere. So it looks like we've got high pressure strongly predicted here for the ECM ensembles at day 10, but by day 14, all options really are on the table. So it's all to play for. CFS V2 reads the 500 millibar high dominance breaking down to weak periods. The first week period takes from the 21st, 27th of November. The next week bringing lots of low pressure through the Atlantic into the northwest Europe, becoming milder as the blocking area of high pressure moves over towards the Canadian side of Greenland. Week 2 is back to high pressure. 28th of November, 4th of December. Big ridge here through the west of Europe, mostly dry. There could be some frost and fog. Week 3 will be the 5th to the 11th of December. He was waiting for it. I bet high pressure to the southwest. Around that, we bring the wind in westerly direction. Mostly dry and probably quite mild. And then week 4. Well, that's quite an interesting chart. So that's the 12th to the 18th of December. Technically, it's mild because we bring the wind up from like a southerly southeast direction. However, you can see the high pressure actually centering towards Scandinavia and going to the north of that into the Arctic. So only an ever so slight adjustment could start to bring some very cold air in from the east, actually. Where that would be going, you know, all sorts of interesting things are possible. But it's 4 weeks away, so it's not way out, but it is running up towards Christmas, so bit of interest there. Okay, we're done. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much, everyone, for doing that. Drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. Get them to subscribe too. And we thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. So we're going to be back with Snow Watch this evening. Looking at the risk of some wintry showers, snow showers tonight and tomorrow morning. And medicals that big survey potentially for the north on Saturday. And then that will be the end of the cold spell for the time being, I would imagine. Tomorrow, we've got 6 a.m. UK weather forecast. We have JMA Friday 10 to 14 day, and we may be live with Pub Run at 10:30. I'll let everybody know what's happening with that tomorrow evening. But anyway, for this one, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday afternoon. Stay warm, and have a nice afternoon, and we'll see you with more very soon. For this one, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.